Okay. We are live. Live streaming. Welcome DX3 to the stream. So early, the stream hasn't even started yet. The audio stream's current bitrate is 0. Huh? Can you hear me? I think so. I didn't change literally anything. Not sure why YouTube is telling me there's something with the bitrate. I just hope everything is fine. Because today we are going mining. I think I can just start. I spent a bit of time off camera preparing a few things, mainly pickaxes, food and blocks to go mine. Okay, maybe let's not get out from the front door. I also want to turn my wood into slabs because I'm gonna use these as building blocks, so it's best to have as many as we can. And now I just think I'm going to light a torch so that I don't have to bring the bow drill with me. Okay. And I also think I'm gonna leave the knife home unless I have no place. I guess I can place this here and go plant the bone meal. Right. Let's try not to have our torch turn off immediately. I don't think I'm going to I don't think I'm going to go in one of the caves we've already been to. Okay, there's people everywhere shooting me. I would rather look for a new cave system and start looking for a whole bunch of copper because I want to get enough for a pickaxe, an anvil and some shears or any other tool we might need at the moment. And to do that, if my calculations are somewhat precise, we're going to need about 2 to 3 stacks of copper, which is a crap ton, but feasible. So if we can find a nice open and mostly shallow cave system, we could get all the copper we need. Okay, this one is extremely shallow, but it still got a bunch of copper, so why not? I've also tried chipping most of my tools to have, most of my pickaxes, to be precise, to have mostly speed. That's the only stat I currently care of, and as long as they don't reduce durability, which I don't think any do. Yeah, they just reduce reach at most. I just want as much speed as possible, considering how much copper we have to mine. And if we are not able to get all the copper we want in a single run, then we are not gonna go back until we have a copper one, because the copper pickaxe can mine strata 1 and 2 instantly, so that makes mining a whole lot faster. We could get twice as much copper as we can with a stone one if we use a copper one. Although I'm concerned about durability, not sure how much we would get out of a single copper pickaxe. But we can always use a double system where we keep the stone pickaxes for mining random blocks like we would right now, and keep the copper one when we need to go quick or mine strata 2. Now this cave is nice, but it's also extremely small, and we only got 6 pieces. That's not a lot. Let's see if we can find some other hole, or even some exposed copper would be nice. I mainly want a big cave so that we can spend the night in it. Okay, here seems to be a nice cave. We've got some saltpeter, which we don't care for, right now at least. We've got a bunch more copper. Let's always keep an eye out on our surroundings at least. Okay, doesn't seem... Okay, this creeper is a new one, and I should always kill creepers, otherwise I lose track of which one I've already sheared and which one I didn't. Like that one I have. Okay, screw you, you're literally just trying to stop me from mining. Okay. Let's keep a mace for now on our inventory. Okay, let's see the closest to the surface tunnels for now. Like this one has nothing but coal, which is nice, but we still have a bunch of torches, so for now we don't need it. Too bad. What about here? Okay, here there's nothing, and down here also nothing. So the cave opens up in these tunnels. This one seems to be a connection to the upper one. Yeah, we got here before. Here we've got a much more open area. No, let's stick with 2 torches for now. Okay, there's more copper under here. Man, this sound the Endermen make is scary. A whole bunch of copper. Hopefully we can get as many double pieces as we can. Literally doubling our amount. And I think after this trip I'm also gonna have to replace my armor, because it's almost broken, and almost broken armor set or tool is more dangerous than having none at all, because you rely on it. Okay, there's more copper here. Okay. Maybe let's start from here. Okay, here it's still very close to the surface. Here we have a bunch of mushrooms, which I'm gonna pick up because eventually we're gonna need these. Let's see if this tunnel goes anywhere or if it's a dead end. Okay, it's not a dead end. Then let's try checking this out later. For now. Yeah, great placement. Okay. Don't know if I've got enough pickaxes with me. And I also can't really make new ones since I don't have a crafting table. Well, we're either gonna finish our pickaxes or run out of cave to explore. Whichever happens first, after that we're gonna go back to make a copper one. And we already have, I think, enough for a pickaxe, because a pickaxe should be 3 ingots and 5 nuggets. An ingot is 12 chunks, so that's 36 plus for 5 you need to make 6, because you can make them only in parts of 3. What is approaching me? So we should already have enough for the pickaxe, so that's good. The anvil is the really big one because you need like 84 chunks to make. So that sucks. Good thing we're finding a whole lot here. Hopefully if night falls, we could get... Okay, there's a skeleton over there. We could get less mob spawns in the caves, simply because there's more spawning outside. I think I'm gonna have to rush you down. Okay. I guess this one fell from above, since we're so close to the open air. Oh, that scared me. Okay. I was not expecting that. Where are you? Okay, you're over there. Okay. Here it goes down. What about down here? It also goes down. And it's an unreachable spot for us, because we can't break deep slate. So let's try checking it up here. Okay, there's a creeper waiting for us. Let's eat first. Okay. The creeper is still there. Let's try not to burn our platforms. That's not where I wanted to place this. Ooh. Okay, maybe let's cut you off. My torch is too high up. Oh wait, I had this one down here. Okay. We are not in the best spot, but there's a bunch of copper here anyway, so... Let's try grabbing what we can and get out of this hole. Okay, this is a dead end. So we can then come back here to grab that copper. Oh. Okay, maybe let's come back here later. For now, let's grab this copper and go check out the other tunnel above. Let's also keep an eye out for our armor durability. I don't want it breaking while we're still inside. Okay, great play. Okay. Or maybe let's not go back up to the surface. There's obviously gonna be monsters waiting for us. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to the deep slate well that we found. Since we have a bunch of blocks that we can use to build our way. Soon we're gonna have to restock on... Hello? Huh? Okay, nice bug. There's a creeper over there, but we don't have to care about it. This one we have to care about. Okay. Okay. Whole lot of copper here. Nothing up here. Bunch of coal, bunch of copper. Sadly, we can't mine the deep slate, but... Despacito, welcome to the stream. I'm not gonna read your first text, but that's fine. Hi as well. To you too. I'm currently on a very scary mining session in deep slate, of all places. But I also found a bunch of copper, so that's fine. Wish I had a copper pickaxe to mine this, but if you pass right in front of me once more, I'm gonna kill you. I would also like to find mushrooms, the brown ones. That way I could actually start farming those. Although I still don't have the tools to build a proper mushroom farm. Scary. I don't even know if I have enough pickaxes to get all the copper I want. I'm on my second pickaxe, although the first one was already half broken. And I'm on the second stack of copper. the objective is obviously the anvil, the pickaxe, and the shears, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough pickaxes to get enough for the shears as well. Peace helmet. Yes, sir. Peace armor. We've got the full-on peace strip. Oh. Okay, single piece of copper at the end of the tunnel. Maybe I can mine the dirt underneath, although I don't have a shovel because I'm stupid. You give me vibes of TDLMC. Just now or in general? Doesn't seem like there's gonna be much more copper here. Oh. No, literally none. Okay. Let's go back to the big well. Let's also grab a few more pieces of coal. When you read it, the peace armor. Glad to know that's what TDLMC is known for. At least for the energy, I guess. Also, as soon as we get home, I also have to fire like a stack and a half of soft bricks. Because now we've got so much copper to smelt. I should also prepare a few more ingot molds. Oh yeah, these scary Minecraft sounds. Love those. Maybe I should have turned all of my wood into planks. Oh, there's a piece of copper here, I didn't know this. Two pieces, nice. Hemorrhoids. Okay, second pickaxe exhausted. Don't. Oh, screw you. I even wasted a usage. Herobrine. Yeah, guys, if Herobrine isn't real, how come my dad died from a Herobrine overdose? That post was so funny. Okay, we're sitting at a stack and 20 of copper. Almost, or about halfway what we want. Poor bat. Friends, not food. Nah, nah, nah. If you stop me from mining copper, you're not a friend. You're not even food. I'm not... Okay, I'm not gonna make this joke, but... I'm not gonna eat a bat. You're a foe. You're a fool. Yeah. Okay, let's try getting to the other side. Does the torch burn this? I fear it might. Let's place it up here. Okay, bunch of more copper. Or just a single piece, but still. Okay, a zombie. And nothing. Okay. Also, it's currently daytime, so I think I'm gonna wait for tomorrow morning to go home. I don't want to go home at night, but we're still way deep into... Okay, no, I'm not going up here. We're still way deep into the cave. Should I go down here? Wait. Huh. Okay, there's a bunch more copper here. Let's grab these as well. This is an announcement that most of my jokes can be taken out of context. If you feel uncomfortable, just say it. I don't want to be a bad influence to people. Is this like a serious announcement or... Oh my god, it's so deep. Nah, it's fine. It takes a lot for me to not be comfortable with a joke. Yeah, definitely a good idea that I split all of the planks. And here we are in strata 3, so we could be looking for mushrooms down here. Okay. Gold, more creepers. Or find literally nothing, that's also an option. Man, getting down here was such a waste. Finish Refamished patch or play Beesworm Simulator. Beesworm Simulator. I don't think I'm gonna question your decision there. Of course, as a Refamished player, I prefer you be playing Beesworm Simulator rather than working on the add-on. Nah, I'm joking. That's like me saying edit the videos I should be making for Refamished or play Refamished randomly on other worlds just because I want to play Refamished. Why do something productive when you can do what you want? The way of life, for real. Refamished 0.67 cancelled. Too bad. Okay, where can I go? Ooh, more copper. I fear this cave might be almost out of fuel for me. Although we are almost 2/3 of the way there, so... We could also go back up looking for copper somewhere else. Or get swarmed by mobs, that's also an option. Yeah, that's the problem with mining at night. Guess that's why they made a song about not doing that. Okay, wait, we got down there. Wait, it's daytime. Right, it's almost nighttime. Maybe it's best if I go home for now. We've got a bunch of copper. This zombie is holding a what? A hide. Okay. Should I go home or should I look for a different cave system? It is almost nighttime. I think I want to make the... I think I want to make the copper pickaxe. We could also grab iron on the way. Yeah, we're going back. Tomorrow we go back mining with a copper pickaxe and we start grabbing iron. That's, I think, the best idea right now. And now we also have to crush all of this copper. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Also, for the next huge update I'm going to make, which is kinda close, I'm giving you a hint so you maybe get an idea. Light is fuel. Solar panels. Light is warmth. Darkness is my damnation. So if it's an update related to light, my first guess would be a solar panel. Light is warmth. Temperature. Darkness is my damnation is also already what gloom does, so I'm not sure what to guess on that. Could be more mechanics related to darkness. Not sure what exactly though. Right, I don't have the time to hoe the ground right now. Not saying anything. Okay, not gonna give me any answers, I guess. Okay, so let's get crushing a whole bunch of copper. Man, this is gonna take so long. Is there no way for me to crush copper all at once? Wanted to say that like a few days ago, but forgot. Massive. Also, I think I'm gonna turn this house right beside us into the storage and keep the church as the furnace and machinery stuff. Okay, let's start immediately firing the copper stuff. It could be extremely fun to have different kinds of energy in the mod. Even just different styles of machinery. Like going solar punk with the solar panels and stuff. There's Steam. I know, but I still haven't got there. I have no clue how Steam works. That does seem really interesting though. No, I didn't want to take out the thing. Not too much of machinery though. Well, that can always be added later. Okay. For now, that's all we can cook. And I think it's best to go to sleep, and tomorrow we're gonna fire all the bricks. Grindstone ASMR. TFC hitting me hard. Bro, the millstone is hitting me hard. Did the CAD texture pack reduce the sound, like the volume of the millstone, or am I misremembering? I think it did. Ooh, I got a tangled web. How fun. Well, I don't care. Let's go fire our bricks. We are not crushing anything right now. Bunch of creepers in the ponds around our base. Trick shot. And here I was excavating the brick firing area. Sadly, it's not gonna be much good until we get netherrack. I'm just gonna fire like 9 at a time. I really should have brought a shovel. And that creeper is gonna ruin it. Okay. Oh, I'm also peckish. Okay, I think this should be enough. That's 9. Okay. Can I reach the middle? Okay. Ooh! I almost didn't realize the creeper was approaching me, bugged out in the ground. And that's one, a full one. Oh, this is worse than the mines. Okay. The brick setup thing is working nice. Why are you all mobs attracted to my bricks? Screw off. After you go to the nether, aim for the coke oven. Sorry for saying this out of nowhere, but I feel like I no longer fit anywhere. I feel like another person. My tests shift quickly. Hey man, don't worry. We don't have to just talk about random stuff. Sadly, I don't think I can really help you because I also don't feel like I fit anywhere specifically. The thing that helps me the most when I feel like everyone has their own group and like you see everyone having... Sorry for that, if I keep holding things I might one day explode. Nah, don't worry. Really. I know how it feels to just keep everything inside and... I don't know, don't show that something's not working. And I think that you don't necessarily need to fit somewhere. At least, I assume you're about my age or around that. And I don't think we're supposed to find our place so soon. Especially because the world is so big that anywhere could be the place you fit. And although I can't really, as I said, be of much help because I myself don't really fit. I don't feel like I have my place yet. I'm trying to look for it. I'm trying to do as many things as I can in terms of hobbies, passions, and opportunities in general. If you grab like what comes by, it's probably gonna be easier to find somewhere you belong, which is usually people, not even a thing specifically. Usually you just need a single person who can help you feel like you belong somewhere. I'm 21. I'm not good at judging people's age and stuff, so not sure if I completely missed the mark on assuming yours, but yeah, 18 soon. I was thinking you were slightly younger than me, especially considering how many memes you know of that I don't know of. I also think you shouldn't stay online too much. You're not gonna find your place online. That's what I believe, at least. Lots of people look for a place to belong on the internet, and I think that there's so much fake stuff, like fake people, fake groups, fake feelings even, that you find online, which usually you don't find in real life unless you find someone really weird. And yeah, as I said, I don't know how you could find somewhere to belong. It's good that you want to talk about it. Never been my friend's first thought, not even an option for them. Yeah, I know the feeling. Usually that's because I'm not gonna say they're not your friends, because they are. It's probably a matter of priorities. everyone has their priorities in terms of friendships and relationships and stuff, which is why I said that taking as many opportunities to go and do stuff in places is the best way to find where you belong, because usually, again, that's a person more so than a place. And that takes time also. You're not gonna find it tomorrow, and I don't think we're supposed to find it so early on in life. Especially since I'm a bit older than you, I can tell you that I'm in not better place than I was a few years ago. And I think personally that's fine. I've come to terms with it, and I'm not currently on the lookout for somewhere to be, because I found myself enjoying the place I am right now. And that usually doesn't involve mostly other people. Oh. And I definitely believe that talking about it is better than not doing it, because, as you said, if you don't, eventually you will explode. That's a fact. And I just think that the best thing to do is to meet as many people as possible. There's plenty of amazing people living everywhere in the world. And you shouldn't limit yourself to what you know, the places you know, the people you know. And I also think you shouldn't be scared of trying to go elsewhere. I'm not saying you should move or change where you live anytime soon, but even just changing the environment you're in could help you. At least, getting new perspectives. I think sometimes you don't not belong somewhere, but you don't know where you can belong. And once you find and see other places, other people, you can get a better feeling for what's out there and what you can find. And usually that's enough to make you understand that there are options, even when it seems like there are none. You are one of them. I'm yapping a lot, so I'm not sure what exactly you're referring to. My best guess would be new experiences and new person or new people. Alright, no need for me to push it. I'm glad that you decided to open up yourself. I think that's also what's nice of doing a stream, is that you get to actually connect with people and not just type comments and stick to the usual stuff like, oh, love your videos. Like, that's great, I love that, but I also very much enjoy being able to know more of the people who are around me. Ooh. This might help me. I usually keep forgetting of what people say. Yeah, honestly, my main problem with people and keeping relationships is that I usually easily forget about stuff, and when I don't see a person for a bit, I can easily never think about them. Oh, and also just know that most people, even up to their 30s and 40s, or even all of their life, it's very few people who find where they belong in the end. So I think, personally, I've stopped stressing about it. I believe that you mostly define where you should be. Nope. And that you don't need to hurry up and find where you belong immediately. Especially considering how few people can manage to do that at all. I don't do things I enjoy anymore just because of something I can't even remember, or something, whatever. But it's not only my place. I feel like this world could judge me a lot if I express myself. That's true. And it will. If you dare to express your opinions and your feelings, everyone will judge you, even though they tell you or not. That's something I had to come to terms with, because I used to always try to keep everything to myself. Everything about my personality and my opinions and everything about me, because I was scared of everyone else's opinions. Yeah, you're not gonna be treated fairly most of the time. Everyone will judge you based on their preconception about you, their prejudice. And we're it's kind of hypocritical to expect anything else, because usually we all do this. It's, I think, very few people who manage to not do that, because it's so ingrained in the way we think and live. We all saw enough of everything. Yeah, exactly. And the other reason I don't think you should spend too much time online looking for acceptance or belong is that realistically online everyone is part of a group or a bubble. And you also get a lot of information, like, about everything in the world. You're supposed to care about everything, and that's exhausting mentally. You're not supposed to care about everything. You don't have to fight every battle there is, and you don't have to be on the side. You don't have to side on everything, right? Like, who cares if something is happening and you don't care about it, because you can't care about everything. Welcome, Samurust, to the stream. I meant like that online you're expected to kind of care about every single social problem or everything that happens in the world, right? And you can't really do that. And if you don't, people will judge you even for not expressing an opinion. So if you care about what others think, you'll never actually reach an end point. They'll always demand more. And online that's exacerbated. And that's why I don't believe there's actually a place to belong in the first place. You're just supposed to find what and who you're comfortable with and who are comfortable with you. And that's about it. If anyone joined mid discussion, I guess. Yesterday I went mining, like yesterday in Minecraft. I went mining and got a whole bunch of copper to get a pickaxe and an anvil, and I'm currently crushing all the ore to prepare the ingots, and I've also made a bunch more ovens to actually smelt those. So that's the current game, I don't know, moment. Welcome, Spheratop. No! Okay, I think the torch is gone forever. I was here the whole time. Why are you lurking? Then I hope you enjoyed the mining trip, because that was really scary. But I can't wait to go mining with a copper pickaxe. I forgot this was stream. Yes, you are on the big screen, Jess. At least you managed to express something publicly. Even it was unknowingly, I guess. It's always better to do than not to, because the consequences are usually finding who is someone you should keep in your life and who isn't, so that's not a mistake. Man, I should probably kill these slimes. Yeah, it's fine if you don't want to. I don't think a stream where everyone is watching is the best place to talk about such sensitive stuff, but I don't mind it myself. So if you don't, feel free to. I also think I'm gonna need to make a new armor set before the next mining trip. Man, slimes. The full moon night is more dangerous than the gloom night. Okay. I should build like a despawning platform. Go up a crap ton of blocks and then come down. Yeah, just don't worry about it. Again, I still believe online is not the place to look for... I'm not sure how to call it like in English. Genuine stuff. Usually it's really rare. But I appreciate that you feel that way. I have a question, by the way. I know him quite well, but I don't know much about Refamished. Can you tell us a few sentences? Oh, you mean you know better than wolves, and you're asking about Refamished? Jess can probably explain it best, since he is the developer. In my words, it would be like... It's basically an add-on that expands all the processes to do anything in the mod a whole lot. Like every recipe that usually just a crafting instantly becomes a process of multiple steps to get done. And it's like... It feels like starting Better Than Wolves for the first time after playing vanilla, because you get so many changes to the progression and everything. It also somewhat feels like Terra Firma Craft in some of the ways you do stuff. For example, to make an oven you have to prepare 2 different types of clay or bricks and then fire them twice, once under the sun and once in the over a campfire. Cooking ores requires molds. You can't just cook or melt the ore itself. You can also get stone tools and... Like for example, you can get a stone axe or a stone shovel on day 1, because you can get the materials needed for them immediately. It changes a lot, like a lot. It gives you a lot of options early on to play how you want. Unlike the standard vanilla Better Than Wolves, more streamlined progression early on. And yes, it is still a work in progress, but the early to mid stage I think are still really fleshed out. And you also get a change of balances in terms of what tools can do, like copper somewhat replaces iron in most cases. And then iron becomes a much more powerful material until you get diamonds, especially because diamonds are much harder to get. Mainly because, look at the recipe for the diamond ingot. It requires a lot more materials just to get an ingot. And still, like, even just getting the steel to make the diamond ingot is a pain, so it changes really a lot. I'm out of wood. Man, this crushing stuff is hard to do efficiently. Oh, I can't wait to have a hopper to throw all the copper in. Maybe I should make a new axe also. Like a stone one. Yeah, I'm definitely getting an axe, like a saw, as my first iron usage. And with 3 nuggets per ingot, we're sitting at 18. No, 27. That's already... This is already enough for the pickaxe. Then I think... we are gonna go in one of the caves, like that cave over there, which we already explored. As soon as we get the pickaxe. Because then I'm gonna be able to explore Strata 2. The rivet we already have, so we just need the resin. Also, can I make the resin with proper sugar? No, you need the crude sugar. So I can't just crush the... sugar cane in the millstone. Oh wait, I need 2 pieces of... By the way, I still need to think about how to integrate cobalt into the add-on. I'm not sure, like, should it be post-diamond? Like, better than diamond? It won't really fit, that's where Soulforged Steel takes place. Yeah, fair, I guess that's the post-diamond tool. Yeah, I guess more durability or just more speed wouldn't really add much as a material, but you can also like make it really quirky for no reason. I'm not sure how you usually would balance something like that. And I'm all out of wood. Or anything to burn. I could burn some straw. Or some bark. Yeah, maybe some bark is better. Okay, that was almost nothing. Well, I'm gonna have to go grab some more wood tomorrow. No point in wasting all of my materials. I'm not sure how you would add a different material. I think it would be nice to have something better than diamond, since you can, once you get diamond, it's that all the way to the dragon. Maybe you could make it like post wither. Wait, maybe let's cook some food too. Like here. My inventory is still a mess. At least I can stack the unfired copper stuff. Right, let's make a new axe. Cobalt netherrack is loose. Wait, idea. What if for Cobalt Sur is an upgrade of diamond for the nether? Wait. Tools on the nether will be slowed down heavily, and breaking netherrack will drop cobalt netherrack. Cobalt netherrack is loose and isn't a source of infinite light, but also trying to light a fire on the nether will still work, meaning you will require Cobalt Zur to have a coke oven on your home. Honestly, I still don't know how the coke oven is balanced, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. Ooh, that zombie has an enchanted shovel. I could try going for that. Oh, some peace and quiet. Man, that millstone is loud as... yeah. It's almost broken, but oh wow, efficiency 4 and I'm breaking 3. Okay, that's kinda sick. For sources of long-lasting fire, coal blocks can be a source of fire. Each minute burns 1/9 of the block. Okay, so that lasts a whole night. But don't torches already last almost an entire night or so? Okay, let's get ready to go preparing all of the copper stuff. No, I don't have anything else I can burn. Yeah. Sag. But we've got 14 bricks, or ingots, not bricks. Okay. Oh, getting away from the millstone is so peaceful. Okay, sadly we can't crash these in the millstone, so we have to crash them here. We just want enough for a pickaxe. Which is 3 ingots. So 27, 21. We want 21 nuggets. There's a skeleton in our tree farm. Okay. We need a new... Wait, I should make a new sharpener first. We are still at the mercy of our tools, sadly. Yeah, great sharpener. Coke oven doesn't require fuel, it's lit forever, for big fire, not small. Oh, and you would use the coal blocks for the big flames. Okay, makes sense. It would be fun to have a even further layer of progression including the nether. That's, I think, a place you can add stuff to. Also, I'm starting to see how smithing is gonna become somewhat annoying. At least until we have a nice amount of copper tools, because we're gonna have to make so many tools over and over again to make even just a pickaxe. And then I want to make, I think, 2 more pickaxes before our next mining trip. Alright. Right, I have to place this in first. Oh, my back! Okay. 21 nuggets plus the 8 we have, that's 3 ingots. Okay, I can't count, I think. Alright, that's 29. Now, we can make the pickaxe head, for which we need just a bunch of purple, which was the, I think, stone. No, it's the tongs. Okay, we already got the pickaxe. I wonder if you can just straight up fail the... Okay, instead now it wants a crap ton of green, so we need to sharpen a stone. Can you break the Also, you have plans for another update. That sounds sick. Okay, we ran out of our sharpstone. Now we just need a new one. The cut green bar can be progressed with chisels. Eee. We've got our first copper pickaxe. That's fire. Now we can... Okay, now I don't think I'm gonna finish crushing the copper right now, because we're still missing so much for the anvil. So I think I'm gonna get all the necessary materials for the anvil and the saw, which is just 36 pieces of iron, or 35 considering we already have a single nugget, like a single chunk. So that's gonna be the current objective in the mines. And now we can also explore Strata 2, which is fire. Man, these big trees are so annoying to farm. They have a lot of wood, but it's also inconvenient to get. Is that a creeper I'm hearing underneath me? I also think I should get a lot of birch to use as fuel. Oh, okay, let's first... Okay, that was way too close for comfort. I was actually expecting it to explode after I jumped down. Glad it didn't. And as I was saying, I want to get also a lot of birch as fuel. What is your favorite Refamished feature and which one is the least? My favorite, I think, is the currently smithing of all things. I think it's really fun to farm, to create tools like this. Yeah, you should definitely be farming birch trees instead of oak, since they grow so neatly. My least favorite, I think early on, the clay mixing is kind of annoying, since you can't do it in en masse, and you have to do it piece by piece. And because I think the clay process being expanded to 3 steps, where you first gather the clay and prepare the mixing, then you let the bricks fire under the sun and then fire them again. I think of all 3, the clay mixing is the only one that's kind of annoying, because the sun thing is normal better than wolves, and the campfire firing doesn't take too much. And the mixing is just considering that you already need to... I think that's gonna destroy our axe. Okay, I thought it gave you like, it gave me like only 4 pieces. I was like, wait, that was just too little. Like, the only problem I have with mixing is that you already need to process so much stuff by hand, that mixing doesn't allow you to do that. My favorite, like, I think I don't have a favorite feature. Oh wait, these are considered different for some reason. Mainly because everything that Refamished changes is something I mostly enjoy. I think it really differentiates itself from Vanilla Better Than Wolves. Oh, we lost 2 hemp plants. I should be more careful with how I farm. And I don't really have any complaints that makes me think of, oh, I wish this was different, aside from clay mixing. I think that's really the only one. Everything else so far has been extremely enjoyable. And maybe something that's probably gonna become annoying is that the recipe for sugar resin requires crude sugar. And I think being able to just use normal sugar by crushing it in the millstone would be more enjoyable later on, considering you're gonna need it for almost every tool, as far as I've seen. Okay, let's fire a bunch of new bricks. And let's finish crushing the copper we have. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna keep more than a stack of slime balls for now. I should also cook this. Right, I should make a new pickaxe. Or two. Yeah, 2 pickaxes. I should also make some new shears. At least 2, yeah. And let's also keep crushing all of our copper. Awesome progress. Welcome, Luara, to the stream. As you can see, I finally got a copper pickaxe, which is massive progress indeed. And right now I'm preparing for the next mining trip, for which I'm just gonna make a few more stone pickaxes to use as to not waste all of the copper one. And I also think I should chip these. How much? Okay, I think I'm just gonna make one, since one is brand new and the other one is half broken. And I also think I have enough wood to go around and do stuff. As in, for platforms. Let's also make the shears. Okay. All of our copper is firing. Okay, the best feature is being able to cook copper in batches of 3 nuggets instead of 1 at a time. Even though you get less nuggets overall, it's so great that you get to cook so many at once. Right, the copper bucket I don't really need. And I think we've got everything we might want to go mine. We are not doing amazing on food, but we are not yet in dire straits. But I have to be more careful with how I do stuff. Cool Despacito, more like Goat Despacito. I agree. The goat. Goated add-on. Right, I should still be crashing. Man, I can't wait to reach the next stage of the game. It's always such a dopamine hit when you get the new technology or tool. What quality are you? Average. I don't have any more food to cook, do I? Yeah, no. I am from Better Than Wolves Discord only, and I don't interact much there. Well, yeah, same. Okay. Everything is cooking. I think we can just go to sleep until morning comes. Let's just clean up the inventory. Man, I definitely want an add-on that's like completely removes the millstone sound effect. I'm okay with it being gone forever. And we're off. Okay, let's try not to get... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to lose any durability if I can. Okay, now we can actually explore Strata 2. I don't think we're missing anything. Why are so many zombies around? Oh, this is so fast. Okay, the side objective of this mining trip, aside from much more copper, is 35 chunks of iron. Because with that we would get the saw. And that's the main thing I want right now. Also, can you make chests without iron, or were they changed? Oh no. Oh no. You need the iron to make the chests. Oh, that sucks. And you know what? Even the other time I wanted to explore underneath this spot because I think there's a cave underneath here, judging from the water. And usually I get lucky looking for caves like this. Bingo. Okay, my inventory is starting to look like a mess. I found the streams and the add-on through the Discord. Through and removing the nausea from grinding netherrack would be good too. Yeah, exactly. Like, I get that it's... Ooh, you're grinding souls, but from a gameplay perspective, that's just the most annoying thing ever. I think as long as we can just mine stuff normally, we're gonna use the stone pickaxe. And then once we get in strategy, we're gonna start using the iron one, the copper one. But alright, if we need an ingot also for a chest, I think we're gonna aim for 2. Okay, this is scary. Which then means we actually need 35 plus 24. Oh, that's so much iron. Well, at least it's gonna be a single double chest of stuff. That's something. It's definitely gonna improve our storage a lot. Wish it didn't cost iron though, that's really annoying. Also, an ingot seems just excessive to me. Okay, we've got a bunch of torches for the current trip. Oh! Okay. Okay. Copper. Wait, maybe let me first clear out the... or light up the area over here in case something else comes up. Jarvis, Terror Stadium. I'm not scared. My armor is almost broken, but it should last for this trip at least. I also no longer have a clue on how much copper we need. Bro, did you see those moves? That's what Fortnite does to a meth. To a man. Add that if you mine soul sand, you get nausea and infested wound. Nah, that's disgusting. Don't add that. Okay. That's all we're gonna get from this. So let's carry on. Right, now we actually can explore Strata 2, so that's nice. We're no longer bound to stay in Strata 1. But I'm still cautious about wasting my copper pickaxe because I need to get as much copper as I can through it. Okay, iron. It's nice that it also breaks the Strata 2 blocks immediately. That's really handy. And I think Strata 2 is the place to look for iron, mostly. No, Jess, don't say okay to that. You should say, no, that's disgusting, no, I would love that. Like me, for example. Also, give me back this torch because we already have one over there. Okay, bunch of iron. Then we're gonna need, as I said, 35 plus 24. So that's 59 chunks. That's gonna take a bit, I fear. And hunger, 21. We're almost halfway that. Okay, that's a skeleton. Lovely. Let's rush him down. Single shot, you love to see that. I can hear more skeletons. As well as water. Did I get -5 reach? Okay. Not sure if this is a good idea, but... I'm wasting so many usages. Where's the water? Okay. It wasn't too much of a waste, as long as this cave is crap ton full of materials. Okay. This is dangerous. Not too much if you'll get dragged down by the current. No, I no longer have the copper axe. 2 ancient manuscripts. Okay. Bro, what is this? Do I even need 4? What is this loot drop? I don't think I need 4 ancient manuscripts. Okay, screw you, you can stay down there, for all I care. Okay, that was scary, but we pulled through. Although we're out of torches now. Yeah, no, okay, I think I'm gonna keep Chew. Oh. Okay, lots of iron here. Sadly, I didn't see any other veins. I'm not quite liking this cave. There aren't many materials around. Okay. Man, Strata 3 takes so long to mine as well. I wish we were finding a lot many more materials. I can't even look for diamonds because I don't have an iron pickaxe, so we don't need to be in Strata 3 yet. We're gonna stay, grab these, and then leave to the upper floors. Can iron also drop more than one chunk when you break it, or? $48. How much do we have at home? I don't remember. Right, I dropped all of this stuff. Okay, so more iron here. Let's check out at least this side before leaving. Okay, gold, which I don't think we can gather with. Okay, no, you know what? Screw you. You can stay there. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna grab the iron. I also noticed a big mistake I was doing right now, which is not keeping a pair of shears in my first slot, because if a creeper came up, we would be dead by now. Okay, let's go back up. This was a bit of a waste of a gamble. Where else could we go? I can hear lava. Like here there's nothing, and on the other side either. Is it 6 minutes into the day or into the night? I think it would be into the day, right? We can go look for stuff elsewhere, like in that other cave we went. I forgot where I came from. Was it from up here? Also, there's a copper here. I don't think I would have come down from a hole like that. Oh, right, from here. Yeah, makes more sense. Okay, we are back up. Okay, no, it's nighttime. No bueno. And I think this just led to the outside. No, it just leads us back here. I'm not sure because we're not even at the minimum threshold for a saw. I guess we can gather some coal until day comes, since it's almost daytime. This trip was a bit of a letdown. At least I think we have enough copper for the anvil. And it is almost daytime, so I'm just gonna wait here until day arrives. Where should I go? Yeah, I think we can go back to the mine we went to yesterday. I think that was a decent mine to explore. Let's ignore the creeper creeping up behind us. I also don't know if I should make a new copper axe. Man, the chests requiring iron and not being able to find them anywhere in the structures is actually kind of a pain. How long will we have to take until we can make a mob farm? We just need a water wheel and a saw. So that's not actually that much. Yeah, definitely the saw is the big thing we need. And I think we're just gonna place it in the mob farm. We're not gonna have two for now. We're gonna use the one in the mob farm to cut wood for a while. Okay, where did we go last time? It was down here, I think. Okay, lots of iron. The only problem I have with copper tools is that they last very little. And I don't know how useful it would be to get more of those rather than rushing straight for iron. Okay, screw you. Okay, here we have lava. Let's try not to look at the Enderman. Oh. Okay, now we're getting somewhere in terms of iron. Wait, watch this. No, okay, didn't get it. Okay, some more copper. The sooner we can start getting iron tools and a copper anvil, the better. We are definitely gonna have the anvil after this trip. At least we also have almost enough iron for a double chest and the saw. And considering how much iron we're gonna need, I think after this trip, I'm just gonna focus on creating the... what is it called? The mob farm. So wait, we need a cauldron for the glue. Oh wait, I cannot make glue because you need stocked fire for that. I think we can make the mob farm with simply a windmill. Yeah, I don't think we should have any problems with that. Then yeah, we're just gonna make the windmill to power the mob farm. And we should be clean. Okay. Okay, this one was a dead end. Our armor is on its last pieces. Almost missed this iron. I think something is approaching. Or maybe it was a bat. Okay, wait, how much iron would I need for a pickaxe as well? That's 3 more ingots. And 5 for a rivet, right? Yeah. Exactly. And yeah. Okay. Get smashed. Too easy. Our sword is also almost breaking. That's also no bueno. And we are already on our second stack of iron. Let's get some more coal. And I think after tonight we're gonna go back up to the surface. So as soon as we get to the 15th hour, progress is finally starting to accelerate. So let me throw away some trash. Oh, I think the rest can stay. Is there a cave behind this? Oh, you can get flint from gravel. Okay, maybe I should actually change cave system. Did I go here earlier? Yes, I think I did. Yeah, that's the same spot. Yeah, let's change cave system. Let's see the one that was nearby the other one. Okay, so 35 was for this saw. 24 is for the double chest. And then we have 6 out of 32 for the pickaxe head, plus 5 nuggets, so that's for 8 more chunks. So it's 40 for a pickaxe. Then we are missing 34 more pieces of iron for an iron pickaxe. I remember this cave went deep into deep slate already, like immediately. And almost, I think tonight is a gloom night. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, opening up with a lot of iron. That's great. Alright, this cave was actually pretty big. It was mostly only deep slate, so that's why I didn't explore much of it. Dead shot, for real. Everyone perished. Not sure how entertaining mining can be, since it's the exact same as... Oh! Bro, more saddles? Since it's mostly the same as normal Better Than Wolves, and also just in general, I think it's more interesting to see the technology progression. Okay, here there's nothing. Yeah. Man, I could actually make a mob farm out of this spawner. This one spawns skeletons. So can iron armor... Wait, no, I don't need to make a mob farm because I'm not gonna be able to get the iron from it anytime soon. Okay, no, well, it's better to stock up on iron rather than not. Okay, so we are at 22 out of the 40 we need for the iron pickaxe. I think once we get that, we can leave. Aside from getting a bunch more copper. Also, discs can be smelted. Into what? For glue? No, iron. Ooh. Okay. That's interesting. This is a nice 8 vein of iron. And we just needed 18, so I think that makes 10 more. Nope. Okay, let's go up here. See if we can find, yes, some more iron. Even more iron. Yeah, 30. We need 10 more. 8 more. Yeah, I think it's best to go immediately for an iron pickaxe rather than another copper one, because the durability just isn't enough. And with that, we're gonna be able to explore Strata 3 and explore and get a lot more iron. 6 more. Okay, nothing else here. Okay, this is where we came from. Let's try going... Where do I hear caves? I don't hear anything. Maybe I can check under these if it takes very little to mine. Wait, do you get the cobblestone block if you use... Okay, you do. Yeah, but it's probably best to not consume my copper pickaxe like that. Doubt I'm gonna find any lucky iron underneath. Where could I go? Up there I went already. This is where I came from, so... Can't go outside because it's a gloom night. I just don't hear any cave. Wait, there's water up here. Is this from the surface or...? Let's check this out. Let's not check this out. Let's never check that out again. Ooh, that was terrifying. How about we mine some dirt? And see if we can find some iron underneath. Okay. Okay, I was hearing something, right. I thought I was going insane for a second. Man, my heart. I thought I was dead there. That would have been quite the end of a run. Can I really not find the last piece of iron I need? Like, I'm gonna get it as soon as I get out once morning comes, but still. Like, come on. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna find anything like this. Let's just leave. What was behind this? I think it was coal, if I didn't break the blocks. Yeah. Okay. Morning is dangerous. Our sword is almost gone. I wanted to explore one of the holes that was around here. One of these mines that was very vertical. I remember seeing them while exploring. That's a shovel. The durability is never enough for it to be actually useful, but still, free iron. Maybe not this one. Okay, we are alive. Man, that was quite the misstep. Okay, let's save-proof this a bit. I don't want to deal with any of that. I just want some iron. Yes, this is the pieces we needed to make the pickaxe. And we expired the Gloom Knight in the caves, so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, this trip went from underwhelming to absolutely perfect. We now have enough iron to make the pickaxe. And enough copper to make the anvil. And enough iron to make as well the saw and a double chest. Okay, this is exciting finally. I can't wait to go explore Strata 3 and get our first diamonds. This cave looks very scary. This one is just a coal corridor. And here is nothing. Okay, let's get this copper and leave. We have all the chunks we need. Next trip, I'm probably going to explore the other hole because I think it goes straight to Strata 3. And I would rather go straight to that instead of exploring the tunnels of Strata 2. Let's just close off the lava because that's gonna take forever to clear out. Oop. Oh man. The relief you feel once you know you're done mining is something else in Better Than Wolves. It could be fun if the mines were more environmentally dangerous. Like if the threats were caving-ins and stuff like that. Okay, let's quickly descend here. Let's just close off this lava for next time. Yes, it does go straight to Strata 3. I'm terrified of lava because I know that usually just a single touch is enough to make you die. So let's try to avoid that. And we're out. Okay. And now we have to crush everything. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Truly the smithing age. Oh. Okay, inventory is still very much a mess. Although I may just do all the crushing off camera, since that's gonna take forever and that doesn't really add much to the content. I can just resume streaming once I have all the nuggets. And now I should also be making some pies, since I have the wheat and the berries. Although I only have enough for 2 pies. Well, I have been neglecting my garden, so that makes sense. Okay. All of our ingots are ready, but right now I don't have the melted materials to take care of them, so I'm not gonna grab them just yet. Okay, I'm once again out of space. Okay, let's start with crushing some more chunks of copper. And let's immediately light one of the ovens. But alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, because right now I just have to crush all of the ore and prepare all of the ingots for the next set of tools. So I'm just gonna do that off stream, because it's just gonna be me milling everything. Not really the greatest of gameplays. And in the next stream we're gonna have all the nuggets ready for everything we need to do, which is the saw and... Where did my dust go? In the next stream we're gonna get the anvil, the copper anvil, the iron pickaxe and the saw, as well as a double chest. So I can't wait to do that. And for now, I'm just gonna call it a day. Alright. I thank you all for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this one as well. We are finally making a dent in the progression of both Better Than Wolves, but mostly Refamished, considering how much stuff changes up. And I hope to catch you in the next one. I'm gonna have to do a lot of grinding off camera, but at least I'm done mining. That's really a relief. And yeah, I think that's about it. How long did we go for? 2.5 hours? That's a bit longer than usual. Alright. See ya.